What's up, weirdos? And welcome back to the post-apocalyptic award-winning Universe of Weirdos. I am Jay Kraft, your nuclear king of podcasting from the apocalypse, and here we are doing a much requested subject ever since I started reacting to old PSAs from the 50s and things from the 40s and old radio. I've had no shortage of people asking me, when are you going to do nuclear atomic bomb propaganda? And well, that answer is right now. So sit back, duck and cover, put on your hazmat suits and grab yourself a Geiger counter, because we are going to go over some atomic energy propaganda from the 40s, another PSA that they made for the kids from the 50s, and I hope that you guys are ready. I hope that your fallout shelters are stocked up. I hope that you're ready to go on this journey with me through this wild wasteland of weird wackiness. And the atomic stuff was really strange, right? Because they kind of talked out of both sides of their mouths when it came to the whole like atomic energy propaganda. They would, basically make it sound like it's okay, everybody. Things are going to be safe if the bombs go off here. But then they would also show this propaganda of, look at the devastation that our bombs can cause. So it was a fun, weird duality and a very strange time in human existence, as, you know, the development of nuclear weapons and the development of atomic energy. So it's very strange to go over, and I want to go over a compilation here of different atomic bomb propaganda from the United States, and then we're going to finish with the 1951 Duck and Cover public service announcement featuring Bert the Turtle. So here we go. Let's just start. Let's see what's going on with the old atomic energy. I love the weird atom bomb.
The D-Day of Operation Crossroads, the atomic bomb supervised by Vice Admiral Blandy at Bikini Atoll in mid-Pacific. Crews leave the target ships in Bikini Lagoon, many for the last time.
So
The B-29 Dave's Dream takes off from Kwajalein to deliver the bomb, equal to 50,000
Showing
tons
a,
of TNT.
an
while
airplane
electric
taking the
metronome
bomb
counts the final seconds.
over the ocean to drop on what looks like a warship. There it goes, dropping the payload. All of these soldiers just out watching it, covering their eyes. Big old mushroom cloud. Man. And then all of the people watching, not understanding that they're just getting covered in nuclear fallout, getting irradiated, and
A deadly radioactive cloud rises over 7 miles.
and gives
Both
everybody
ships are
cancer.
tangled wrecks.
And then leaves that ship that they dropped it on in this
The battleship Nevada
gigantic
is sold into
mass
position
of
for the
just
second
twisted
test.
metal.
Test Baker. King Judah of Bikini watches with Admiral Blandy as LST-60 moves into place. The bomb is suspended beneath LST-60 and is to be fired by remote control. The technicians and Vice Admiral Parsons leave LST-60 and the bomb. At the control room, Crossroads personnel are checked, then locked in. Dr. Holloway, Los Alamos director, readies the firing circuit.
Out there with their weird gigantic computers. They got a countdown timer, and then they're just putting on welding goggles. All of their skin completely
Cameras are ready
exposed.
aboard ship and in the sky.
2, 1, fire.
And there's another gigantic mushroom cloud. It's really creepy. Like, it's incredibly weird to see, even in black and white. It's like
Half the weight
super
of the
creepy.
time caused this.
That music sucks.
This is the force that can destroy our world unless we find the road to peace now.
town atom test.
You're the ones that are showing off that nuclear power and the destructive power of the bomb that you have, and then they end it with, "This is the power that can destroy the world unless we find a path to peace." Well, just don't make that bomb. That's all you have to do. You're the one that's responsible for making it. So I don't understand. So here's a second one. This is where they set up this like mock small town where like they just set up a bunch of different buildings, stock the buildings with food and mannequins and stuff, and then set off these bombs to see how it affects the environment around them. So this is Survival Town Atom Test.
A model village in the Nevada desert against the awesome power of nuclear energy. Buildings of various materials went up. $1 million worth of equipment was installed, including lifelike mannequins, and tons of food to measure the contamination caused by radiation. The big dolls were Survival Town's sole inhabitants.
Well, yeah, it'd be creepy if you put
Tanks
real
took
people
part
in
in
there.
their first atomic maneuvers, some less than a mile away, the closest yet in any test. Nearly 6,000 persons participated, including troops sheltered by trenches.
Nearly 6,000 people got cancer and died then.
The single blast.
It just sounds creepy. It just sounds fucking worrisome, doesn't it? And like everything is getting like vaporized. Like all of the different buildings, all of the different structures that it's showing. Like it looks like that scene from Avengers Endgame where everyone is just like, you know, being turned into dust and vaporizing. This is super fucking creepy to see. All of the houses, all of the like things surrounding it, the people inside, they're just bursting into flames, being turned into this dust that's just blowing around. It's really, really weird. They just all look like, it looks like if you hit a dirty cushion and you see that dust fly off of it. That's what's happening to everything right before it bursts into flames and blows off into the desert wind, which is for sure leaving some nuclear fallout in some nearby towns, I would have to imagine. This is super creepy. Like, it's like evaporating brick.
The wreckage in the desert held vital information on how to survive an enemy attack. With Geiger counters to check the radiation, experts assessed the damage. An aluminum building was left a gaping wreck. Concrete or cinder block houses weathered the blast best. This one was less than a mile away. Survival Town's electric wires had become a twisted, tangled mass. Demonstrating the importance of civil defense preparedness, the elaborate exercises proved survival is possible, offering new hope to all who live in the shadow of the atomic age.
How? Okay, so you didn't actually describe how survival would have been possible during that absolutely devastating nuclear bomb test. This structure was almost intact and it was almost a mile away. So it was like if you're a really long way away from one of these nuclear blasts, you might think about maybe surviving, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure the final one of this little montage of atom tests. This is Operation Teapot. And this is the one that, like, it's much more of a visual element. I mean, most of these are visual elements, which is why I've always been hesitant to do the nuclear test propaganda, but I think Bert the Turtle is going to be a fun one to go out with. But yeah, this one's super creepy because they're like basically blowing up atomic bombs and then having troops march towards the mushroom cloud to see what kind of like fallout they pick up. It's super creepy to see.
On the sandy wastes at Yucca Flat, Nevada, a new series of atomic explosions are set off. Tanks are among the obsolete pieces of Army equipment being tested in the exercises called Operation Teapot. More than 9,000 servicemen have been assembled at the proving grounds, ready to take their places in forward
9,000
trenches.
cases of
In a
cancer.
grim new age of warfare, today's fighting men must be taught survival on an atomic battlefield.
While the troops take cover, the Army's giant new 100-inch camera is pointed toward the blast tower. Men tensely eye the control booth as the seconds
That
tick off.
camera looks like a bazooka. And again, the unmistakable sound of a nuclear explosion.
The familiar mushroom cloud snakes skyward, hurling the atom's deadly radiation high into the heavens. The sound and shock waves roll over the men huddled in the trenches. Never before have we had such a close-up view.
These dudes are just like in these trenches while just nuclear dust is blowing over the top of them.
Lighting up the desert skies for miles around, the fierce fireball flare is the signal for instant action. Quickly, the men are ordered to leave their positions. The explosion's radioactive fallout is almost as dangerous as the blast itself.
I'm getting tumors watching them. That's how bad this is.
In the vitally important precaution of dusting each other off, the lowly broom becomes an item of military significance.
Yeah, the broom will help.
Next, Geiger counters are used to check the troops for signs of radioactivity.
I bet there's a shitload of it.
Marching out of the shadow of the awesome fighting men, symbolizing America's determination to keep strong in a restless world.
Or America's obvious, we don't care about working class people, so let's go ahead and put them in the desert, cover them in nuclear dust just so we can see what kind of cancer it gives them. Oh, God. That's so creepy. That's super creepy to see. Like, is all these soldiers just in trenches and they blow up a nuclear bomb around them just so they can measure the kind of fucking dust and nuclear radiation that they pick up. The broom will help clean these men off. Oh, God, man. That is fucking creepy. That's super creepy. But let's go out with a little bit of kid-friendly stuff, right? Because we had to make our kids feel a little bit better about the nuclear bomb. They couldn't just live their lives in fear. We had to teach the kids how to survive a nuclear blast, and we did that by teaching them, you know, the ways of surviving, how to look out for the bomb when it comes, and how to survive when the bomb goes off. So it's all of this stuff. Bert the Turtle is going to help us learn how to duck and cover. So let's check this one out.
Beedle-dum-dum, beedle-dum-dum, beedle-dum-dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked and covered.
Yeah,
He did
baby.
what we
Duck
all
and
must
cover.
learn to do. You
And you,
and you
and you, duck and cover.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover.
This is an official civil defense film produced in cooperation with the Federal Civil Defense Administration and in consultation with the Safety Commission of the National Education Association.
Okay, so it must be
Produced
legit.
by Archer Productions
These
Incorporated.
must be factual things they're teaching
Hey,
us.
Bert, come on out and meet all these nice people, please. Oh, all right. We really can't blame you. You see, Bert is a very, very careful fellow. When there's danger, this is the way he keeps from being hurt. Sometimes it even saves his life.
Good.
That's why these children are practicing to duck and cover just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time.
Okay.
Fire is a danger. It can burn whole buildings if someone is careless. But we are ready for fires. We have a fine fire department to put out the fire, and you have fire drills in your school so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous, too. They
They sure
sometimes
can.
cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey.
We get
Now,
it.
we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb. First, you have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes.
Yeah.
You will know when it
It
comes.
annihilates
We hope it
everything.
never comes, but
We must get ready.
You'll know it comes
looks something
because you'll
like
be
this.
turned into dust.
There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. If you were not ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways.
Yes.
It could knock you down hard,
Oh.
or throw you against a tree or a
Oh,
wall.
really?
It is such a big explosion.
Or completely liquefy your intestines and shoot them out your asshole. They can also blow your entire skin off into dust and then throw it all into your neighbor's face. And then your neighbor gets filled with skin dust.
It can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But if you duck and cover like
Oh.
Bert, you will be much safer.
Okay. All
You
you
know
gotta do
how
is
bad
duck and cover.
sunburn can feel. The atomic bomb flash could burn you worse than a terrible sunburn.
Yeah,
Especially where
a
you're-
lot worse than a terrible sunburn, because if I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it heats up the air. An atomic blast heats up the air around it to a few thousand degrees, and then also creates a few 100-mile-per-hour winds full of ionized radiation. So, you know, a nice little sunscreen could probably help prevent that one, I guess. I don't know.
Covered. Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so
I wish.
we have to cover up in our own way. First, you duck, and then you cover.
It's a
And very
tornado
tightly,
drill.
You cover the back of your neck and your face.
This
Duck
nuclear
and cover
drill is a tornado
underneath the
drill.
table or desk or anything else close by. In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when the atomic bomb may explode? And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack, with warning and without any warning. We
Okay.
think that most of the time we will be warned before the bomb explodes.
I
So
would
there will
hope.
be time for us to get into our homes, schools, or some other safe place. Our civil defense workers and our men in uniform will do everything they can to warn us before enemy planes can bring a bomb near us. You may be in your schoolyard playing when the signal comes.
Okay, so what do we do? Duck and cover?
That signal means to stop whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Always remember, the flash of an atomic bomb can come at any time, no matter where you may be. You might be out playing at home when the warning comes. Then be sure to get into the house fast, where your parents have fixed a safe place for you to go.
I'm not getting in the house. I'm
If you are
watching
not
that
close
shit.
to home when you hear the warning, go to the nearest safe cover.
We're dead
Know
anyway,
where
so
you
I'm
are
just
to
going to
go,
watch it explode.
Or ask an older person to help you.
Ask
know
an
the
older
places
person.
marked
He's
with
going
the
to
S
shove
sign?
you out. Get out of my way,
There are
kid.
safe places
I got
to
to duck and
go
cover.
when you hear the alarm. If there is a warning, you will hear it before the bomb explodes. But sometimes, and this is very, very important, sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning.
Uh-oh.
Then the first thing we would know about it would be the flash. And that means duck and cover fast, wherever you are. There's no time to look around or wait. Be like Bert. When there is a flash, duck and cover, and do it fast. Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom. This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and cover tight against the wall this way. Remember
Again,
to keep
it's
your
just,
face
it's
and the
kind of
back
like your
neck
elementary
covered
school
tightly.
tornado drill.
Try
is
to
what they're
fall
showing
away
people.
from windows or doors with glass in them. Then, if the glass breaks and flies through the air, it won't cut you. You might be eating your lunch when the flash comes. Duck and cover under the table.
Again,
Then,
tornado
if the
drill
explosion
shit.
makes anything in the room fall down, it can't fall on you. Getting ready means we will all have to be able to take care of ourselves. The bomb might explode when there are no grown-ups near.
Okay.
Paul and Patty know this.
It doesn't matter.
They're always
it's not
ready
gonna
to
matter
take
if
care of
there are
themselves.
adults around or not.
Here they are on their way to school on a beautiful spring day. But no matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes
Is
right
it
then.
duck and cover?
It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know what to do. Paul covered the back of his head so that he wouldn't be burned. And Patty
Okay.
covered herself with the coat
Yeah,
she
that'll
was
help.
carrying. They knew how to duck and cover. They acted right away when the flash came. If they had been at this doorway when the bomb flashed, Paul and Patty would have ducked and covered this way, like this girl. Heavy doorways are a good
Yeah,
place
be sure to
duck
put your
and cover.
hands over the back of your
She
neck
will
so
be
you don't
safer,
get
too.
burned. That
Here's
that
Tony
also
going to
works
his
in a
Cub Scout
fire
meeting.
situation too. If
Tony
you're in a
knows the
burning
bomb can
building,
explode any time
put
of
your
the year,
fucking
day or
hands
night.
up
He's
and
ready
you won't
for
get
it.
burned.
Duck and cover. Attaboy, Tony. That flash means act fast. Tony knows that it helps to get to any kind of cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered. Tony knew what to do.
Tony would have
Notice
been
how
a
he
shadow
keeps from
against
moving
that
or
wall in
getting
a
up and
real
running.
nuclear explosion.
He stays down until he is sure the danger is over. The man helping Tony is a civil defense worker. His job is
They
to
just
help
walk around.
protect us when there is
Civil
danger
defense
of the
workers
atomic
just walk
bomb.
around.
We must obey the civil defense worker. We must know how to duck and cover in the school bus or in any other bus or streetcar.
We know how to duck
Duck
and cover.
Don't wait. Duck away from the windows fast. The glass may break and fly through the air and cut you. Sundays, holidays,
The glass is
vacation
the
time,
least of your
we
worries
must
in
be
an
ready
atomic blast.
every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb
That glass
explodes.
gets turned right back into
Duck
sand.
and cover. This family knows what to do, just as your own family should. They know that even a
They were on a
thin cloth
picnic and they
helps
decided to
protect.
throw
Even a newspaper
their
can save you from a bad burn.
their picnic
But the most
cloth over
important
their
thing of all
heads.
is to duck and cover yourself, especially where your clothes do not cover you. No matter where we live, in the city or the country, we must be ready all the time for the atomic bomb. Duck and cover. That's the first thing to do.
I'm
Duck
so
and
tired
cover.
of hearing
The
duck
next
and
important
cover.
thing to do after that
If I hear
is to
duck
stay
and cover
covered
one
until
more
the
time, I'm
danger
going to punch
is over.
myself in the face.
Yes, we must all get ready now so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do, ask your teacher when this
We know
film
what
is
to
over.
do. You said duck and cover
Discuss
a
what you
million
could do
times.
in different places if a bomb explodes.
Ask your
Older
teacher.
people will help us as they always do, but there might not
Ask
be
your
any grown-ups
teacher.
around when the bomb explodes. Then you're on your own.
Remember
Yeah.
what to do, friends. Now
We
tell me right out
remember.
loud. What are you supposed to do when you
We're-
see the flash?
Duck and cover.
Duck and cover.
Duck
Duck
and cover. Hell yeah, baby. So there we go. We all know what to do in the case of a nuclear explosion. And if you have any questions, just, ask your teacher. She'll let you know. I would personally like to ask, hey, so when the air around me is about 1,000 degrees, are you sure me putting my hands on the back of my neck aren't just going to, I don't know, melt my skin together and kind of fuse me into just one gigantic mass of fleshy, gross blobbiness? Wouldn't that happen? What happens when the miles per hour winds, the 200 mile per hour wind throws me into the wall, with all of that ionized radiation and just kind of turns me into a shadow against the sidewalk? What's supposed to happen then, teacher? Will ducking and covering help me at all during any of that? Because I bet you it won't. Oh my God, that is some creepy, creepy shit. Especially the video elements. If you watch these video elements, you can see, especially during the actual testing stuff from the beginning of the episode, when you see these dudes walking into the fallout, all of that nuclear radiated dust that's just covering them, and they're just well, we're gonna brush it off with a broom, run a Geiger counter on them, and then send them on home to kiss their loved ones. That shit's creepy, man. Man, so many people in this whole thing that we just listened to, there are thousands of people in these that absolutely died of mysterious cancers that they were completely unaware that they got them or why they got them. Motherfuckers having tumors the size of another head on the side of their neck from their nuclear testing. God, it's super creepy. That shit is super, super creepy, but I don't know. I guess that's going to be it for me, guys. That's all for your nuclear testing episode. That is popular request, going over some of this stuff. I don't know if it worked all that well for an audio podcast. One of the reasons why I was apprehensive about doing it, but I don't know. I was thoroughly entertained and super creeped out. That shit is very, very creepy. All of the old nuclear stuff. Just basically all of this old stuff before they knew the dangers of things is super creepy. I have some smoking ads and some anti-smoking ads that I'm going to be playing in an episode coming up soon. And those pro-smoking ads, even though they tried to make them light and fun, were still really creepy when you know that, like, this shit causes cancer and it kills you. And you guys are going, it's the fresh air feel of nice, cool cigarettes. It's so fucking weird. Yeah, cartoon characters selling them and shit. The Flintstones were trying to sell you cigarettes, for shit's sake. So get excited for that episode coming up soon. In the next couple episodes, you're going to have a smoking commercials compilation, and then I think I'm going to balance that one out with another episode of anti-smoking commercials. So look forward to that one. Aside from that, if you guys would like to rate, review, subscribe, give me a good positive rating or a 5-star review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on, I would sure appreciate it. You can follow me on all of my socials, jcraft247 over on X. I am UniverseOfWeirdos on Instagram. And if you would like to send me an email and be featured on a future FAQ episode, that's a tongue twister for you, featured on a future FAQ. Feel free, some more fucking F's, some more fucking feel free to fucking figgin' in the fucking featured on the fucking FAQ. Send me an email, universeofweirdos@gmail.com. And I will see you guys next time. I love you very much, and I am blasting off. See ya!